Today we enter part 4, and we still have a long way to go. But let's see how far we can go. Let's see how far we can go. So today we're going to our bit number 3. We won't be able to do a lot of recap. I believe that we need to maximize time. We're going to our bit number 3. Put first things first. And this is the habit of personal management. Put first things first. You know, habit 1 says that you are in charge, you are the creator, because being proactive is about choice. Habit 2 is the first creation. That is the mental creation, because beginning with the end in mind is about envisioning. Habit 3 is the second creation. That is the physical creation, because this is where habit 1 and 2 comes together. So you already know you have to be proactive. You know you need to begin with the end in mind. Then we now go into putting first things first. Now this habit is about the discipline and management of your life as regards to the direction that you have chosen. So you have chosen a direction. You have discovered what you should be doing. Now you now have to discipline yourself and manage your life in such a way that your life goes in that direction. Your life moves in that direction, so that what you have envisioned, what you have imagined, ends up becoming a reality. What you have envisioned, what you have imagined, ends up becoming a reality. It's all about life management. Your purpose, your values, your roles, your priorities. These are the first things. This habit differentiates between urgent and important. So as an individual, if you're going to become successful and become effective, you have to know how to prioritize and put first things first. Prioritize and put first things first. There are a lot of physical experiments we can do that will help to put this in perspective. But because of time and a lot of other reasons, we may not be able to go into that. But listen and listen well. When you want to organize your life, you are supposed to organize your life based on priority. And then you put things in order of priority. You put things in what? In order of priority. And it's very, very important for you to do that. Putting things in order of priority. Now, let's look at the time management matrix. Let's look at the time management matrix. And let's see some things. So let's go to the time management matrix. And let's see. Because there are a lot of things that are urgent, but they are not important. A lot of things are urgent. And so let's look at. So this is the time management matrix. So as an individual, if you are going to be able to effectively manage your life and effectively manage yourself, then you must know how to effectively manage your time and balance your time between what is important and what is unimportant. So let's start from this part. So if you come to this part, you see urgent and then you see important. So now listen. When something is urgent and important, it's a crisis. It's a pressing problem. It's a deadline-driven project. So if you are always in this level, oh, it's very urgent, it's very important, it's very urgent, it's because you have not managed your life well. When you manage your life well, you should not be living at that level 1. Hello? Then level 2 is what? It is not urgent, but it is important. Not urgent, but important. Now at this level, you have things like prevention. That's why I say prevention is better than cure. You have PC activities. You remember part 1? Production capabilities. That's your production versus your production capability. You are increasing your production capability so that you can continue to produce. Then relationship building. You are building relationships. You are building network before you need them. Before they become, hey, I need to connect. How can I get this person's phone number? How can I reach this person? No, you are building relationship. You are planning in advance. So you plan in advance so that it will not be something that will now come. Hey, I didn't know. No. Then you are recreation. You are on holiday. Right now, I'm on holiday with my family. I'm also on mission. So I'm away now. But guess what? In order for you to be listening to me right now, I have to take time to prepare the slide, take time to prepare it in advance, take time to do this recording so that you can now be listening to me right now. Whereas, where I am now, I'm not just sleeping and joking around. If you follow me on my social media platform, you know I've been on the road. I'm going to be in 6 cities, then another 2 cities, making 8, all on mission. So holiday is there, but mission. Then I'm going to still spend time to go. I'm going to be in a leadership conference. Still going to be spending another few days praying and fasting, a personal retreat to prepare for Agenda 2025. So you need to prepare in advance. So this is where you should actually be operating in. Things that are not urgent, but they are important, and then you take care of them. Now, number 3, this level are things that are urgent, but they are not important. The time wasters. They are urgent, but they are not important. E.g., interruptions. Somebody wants to interrupt you. Hey, please, I want to see you. Do you have appointments? I'm not jobless, sitting there waiting for someone to come and see me. No. I have a list of things I must do. My calendar is full. So for you to fit into the calendar is when there is a space after all that things I've done. Then some phone calls. People are just calling you. Listen to me. Anybody that is important, when they call and they don't get through to you, they will send you a message. You can now call them back. So some phone calls are just a distraction. Some mails, some reports, some meetings, some activities, social media. This was social media. How? Something pop up. You begin to follow. And then you go to the WhatsApp group. Read more. And then it begins to open. Before you know it, you have read 50 pages and nothing has changed in your life. And then we have level 4. Here you have trivia, you have busy work, you have some mails, you have some calls, you have time wasters, you have pleasant activities. So bottom line, this is where you should be operating, level 2. Things that are not urgent but important. So you prepare in advance. You plan in advance. And by preparing in advance and planning in advance, you're able to get a lot of things done. So let's move on. So we must have the discipline to prioritize our day-to-day actions based on what is most important and not what is most urgent. Based on what is most important and not on what is most urgent. So everybody needs to have diary and everybody needs to have year planner. So you need to have a diary. You need to have a year planner. So that in your diary and your year planner, you are able to have a list of things that you want to do for the year, a list of things you need to do for the week, so that you can have a plan. Because somebody just calls you, oh boy, how you doing now? Can we meet tomorrow? No problem, anytime. You don't have any diary to check. Can we meet tomorrow? So you are jobless. Your week is just like that. No. If somebody is calling, can we meet tomorrow? Hold on, please. Let me check my diary. Oh, sorry. I can't be there tomorrow. This happening tomorrow. That's happening tomorrow. That's the way it works. But when you don't have that, you will say, oh, yeah, we can meet tomorrow. You will now go and meet somebody. Whereas you have forgotten that you told somebody else that you will come that day. And that is the one that will help your destiny. You now go and play with the one that will not help your destiny and forget the one that will help your destiny because it was not documented. It is easier to say no when there is a deeper yes burning inside you. It is easier for you to say no when there is a what? A deeper yes burning on the inside of you. So for long-term organizing, follow this simple process. Number 1, craft a mission statement. What is the mission statement for your life? You must have a personal mission statement for your life. Number 2, Outline the goals that you would like to achieve in life. What are the goals that you want to achieve in life? Outline them. Then define the roles. Define the roles. Define the roles. Then spend ample time on strategy and strategic planning. Spend ample time on strategy and strategic planning. Spend ample time on strategy and strategic planning. Then be determined in your execution. 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 Very, very important. Be determined in your execution. So these are things that will help you to be able to organize. I need to move fast so that I can see if we can finish one more habit today. Habit number 4. So now we have moved from dependence to independence, and we have moved from the 3 habits that deals with your personal life and personal victory, and we are now moving into the next 3 habits that deals with public victory. The next 3 habits that deals with public victory. So, habit number 4, think win-win. Think win-win. This is the habit of mutual benefits. The habit of mutual benefits. So win-win means seeking solutions that allows everyone to win. Win-win means seeking solutions that allow everyone to win. When you want to become successful in life, you don't go through life with win, 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 win. Only you want to win. No. I win sometimes, I may lose sometimes. I was watching a clip online a while back about a press conference that took place about, there's a sports, somebody that is, I don't know what kind of sports, but the interviewer was now asking the guy that, because I think whether he lost or his team lost, I don't know, I don't know the specific kind of, but the way he started from is that the guy was now responding to him. And he said, you keep asking this question every year. That you asked me the same question last year. That this life is win and lose. You win some, it's a game, it's a sport. You can't win all the time. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That doesn't make you a failure. That doesn't make you a failure. So he now asked him, he said, you have been working. Have they been increasing your salary every year or every month? So are you a failure because you're on the same salary? So you need to understand that in this life, you win some, you lose some. It's a game, it's a sport. And that's very, very important. So successful relationships are built on win-win foundation. When you are always wanting to have your way, you always want to win. You don't care who loses. You don't care how it affects other people. You are not good. You are not a good person, and you will not go far. If that's your kind of person, you are just too overly competitive. You must win at all costs. No. Thinking win-win is not about being nice, nor is it a quick fix technique. It is a character-based code for human interaction and collaboration. So it's not about being nice, that, oh, you are just a nice person. No. It's not about, oh, let's just, just make them believe that we're together. So, no. You just have to make it a part of your life. It's supposed to be the software that runs you. Just a character code that you just, I'm just a good person. So that when it comes to interacting with people, when it comes to collaborating with people, you're always thinking of what other people too will get. Because if you are the only one getting something and other people are not getting anything, then that's not the way it's supposed to be. We naturally think about succeeding in terms of someone else failing. I win, they lose. Or they lose, I win. This makes life a zero-sum game. So that's not the way life is. Win-win sees life as a cooperative arena, not a competitive one. So when you go around with that win-win mindset helps you to cooperate, not compete. Cooperate, not compete. Collaborate, not compete. So you are cooperating with people, you are collaborating with people, you are not competing with them. Win-win is a frame of mind and heart that constantly seeks mutual benefit in all human interaction. Win-win is a frame of mind and heart that constantly seeks mutual benefits in all human interaction. So when you are operating based on win-win, you're always thinking of what? Win-win in everything, so that everybody gets something from it. A win-win character, whether you're an individual or an organization, consists of 3 traits. So when you understand the concept of win-win, because now you are not talking of moving from private victory to public victory. You are talking about moving from independence to interdependence. Then you need to begin to understand all this. So number 1 is integrity. Integrity. So one of the major traits of a win-win character is that you are a person of integrity. You are a person of integrity. What does that mean? It means that you are sticking with your true values, feelings, and commitments. You are sticking with your true values, feelings, and commitments. Number 2 is maturity. You are not just a person of integrity, you are a matured individual. And what does this mean? It means you are expressing your ideas and your feelings with courage and consideration for the ideas and feelings of others. You are expressing your ideas and feelings with courage and consideration for the ideas and feelings of others. So you're a person of integrity. You stay true to your core value, because win-win is not a scam. Win-win is not a strategy. It is a character trait. It's a code that you live by. Then you are matured enough to be able to look at other people and consider them in whatever you are doing. Then number 3 is abundance mentality. Abundance mentality. Believing there is plenty for everyone and enough to go around. So you see, when you go around with scarcity mentality, your mindset tells you, when they win, I've lost. When somebody buys a car, it means that I will never buy a car. When somebody builds a house, it means I will never build a house. When somebody gets married, it means I will not get married. No, somebody getting married does not stop you from getting your own. Somebody buying a car does not stop you. So when you have abundance mentality, you will realize that no matter the success anybody has, if God blesses your neighbor, it's in your neighborhood. If God can do it for that person, it means that God is still doing miracles. So you just know that, wow, thank God for their life. Rejoice with them. Celebrate with them. Because what it means is that very soon, people will gather to rejoice with you. So these 3 things are very, very important. That abundance mentality is very key, because there's no money in the country. You are a liar. Who told you there's no money in the country? They have been stealing money for the past 100 years. The money never finished. There's no money in the country. Did the money travel? Did aliens come to carry the money? Say there's no money in the country. If you say there's no money in your life, you are saying the truth. If you say there's no money in your account, you are saying the truth. But to say there's no money in the country, you are a liar. You are a liar. There's money in the country. You may not have it, but there's money. Hello? So abundance mentality is about empowering people and following the 3 don'ts. So when you have abundance mentality, you know that somebody is succeeding. It doesn't stop my success. Somebody is doing well. It doesn't stop me from doing well. So once you have that mindset, it will go a long way. So number 1 is what? Don't compare. Don't compare yourself with other people. Don't compare yourself with other people. Everybody has their track. Everybody has their journey. Everybody has their assignment. Don't compare yourself with other people. The Bible says, comparing themselves with themselves, measuring themselves with themselves, they are not wise. So don't compare yourself with other people. Number 2, don't compete. Don't compete with other people. Don't be into competition. The days of competition are over. We are now in the days of collaboration. So instead of competition, collaborate. Then don't criticize. Don't criticize. Don't criticize. Don't go into criticism. You're always criticizing people. Always criticizing people. Always criticizing people. You are the one that will know who is wrong. You are the one that will know who is not doing well. You are the one that will know who has a problem. Focus on your life. Focus on your life. Focus on your life. So, comparing yourself with other people, competing with other people instead of collaborating, and criticizing other people are all energy sappers. They will sap your energy, sap you of your strength, sap you of the fuel that is required to propel you into your own testimony. And at the end of the day, you realize that people will continue to do well, and your case will not be what it's supposed to be just because of that. So win-win is a balancing act between courage and consideration. Win-win is a balancing act between courage and consideration. Win-win is a balancing act between courage and consideration. So you are courageous and you want to take everything head on, but you're also considerate. You are balancing lives and livelihood. Tender but tough. There is always a human, so you are a very proactive person, you are a very principled person, but at the same time, you also understand humanity. There is a humanity to what you do. Now, to go for win-win, you not only have to be empathic, but you also have to be confident. To go for win-win, you not only have to be empathic, but you also have to be confident. And then, to do this and achieve the balance between courage and consideration is the essence of real maturity and is fundamental to win-win. To do this and achieve the balance between courage and consideration is the essence of maturity and is fundamental to win-win. Let's jump into habit 5 and see if we can learn one or two things, and then next week we'll continue. I want to see how we can see if we can finish this thing in 5 weeks, part 5. So this is part 4. Let's see if we can wrap it up. This is the last Sunday of the month, but next Sunday we'll do one more, and then we'll go into September to remember. Okay, so seek first to understand than to be understood. Seek first to understand than to be understood. Seek first to understand than to be understood. The habit of communication. The habit of communication. One of the deepest needs of the human soul is to be understood. Communication is one of the most important skills in life. So everybody wants to be understood. You want somebody to understand you. You want people to be able to understand you. Now, that is very important. But you have to seek first to understand than to be understood by others. So that thing you are expecting people to do for you, you want them to understand you. You start by understanding others first. Sow the seed. He that wants a friend, he that has a friend, must show himself friendly. He that wants to be understood must understand others. So you first focus not on what people can give you, but what you can give people. What people can offer you, but what you can offer people. So then communication is very important. So you communicate effectively so that you'll be able to get things done. We spend years learning how to read and write, and years learning how to speak, but not much on how to listen. So we spend so much, because in this life we don't prioritize things. You want to get married, you have an event planner, you don't have a marriage counselor. But you have planning every aspect of the event planner. Who is going to be the photographer? Who is going to do the cake? Who is going to cook? Who is going to do this? I need the fashion designer and makeup artist. Whereas the marriage itself, no marriage counselor, no premarital counseling, no trainer, nothing. We spend years learning how to what? Read, write, and years learning how to speak, but not much on how to listen. So you are supposed to become someone that can understand people by listening to people. To truly understand, we must listen to more than just the words that people say. So people say things, but if you're going to understand people, you don't just listen to what they say. You have to be very, very perceptive, intuitive, and sensitive. Perceptive, intuitive, and sensitive, so that you can sense who people really are. It's all about empathic listening. That is listening with the eyes and the ear. Listening with the eyes and the ear. So when people are talking, you are listening, but you are going beyond just hearing physically. Empathic listening is deep listening, followed by statements of what we understand the other person to be expressing. So you are listening empathically, and then when they are done, you're like, okay, this is my understanding of what you have just said. This is what I'm getting, so that you can confirm whether what you are getting is what they are sending. Empathic listening is a skill and is practiced through reflection, stating as clearly as possible what we are understanding. Stating as clearly as possible what we are understanding. And then please note that you listen to yourself as you prepare in your mind what you are going to say, the question you are going to ask, and you filter everything you hear through your life experiences, your frame of reference, etc. Now, what do I mean by that? Before you speak, you will listen to yourself, because you are preparing in your mind what you are going to say. As you are preparing in your mind what you are going to say, you are listening to yourself. Now, all those things you are thinking of and preparing, it is based on your experience. It's based on a lot of things you have gone through. That is what will filter what you are thinking, what you are saying. And these things are very, very important. Let me rush to see if we can go far. So we all tend to respond in one or four ways. We all tend to respond in one or four ways. Whenever things happen, there are about 4 different ways that people can respond. Number 1, evaluating. We judge things, then we either agree or disagree. So you judge things, then you agree or disagree. But that evaluating, that agree is based on your experience. So whatever is your level of experience, you're all bringing your background, your exposure, all those things are the one that will determine whether you will agree or disagree when you evaluate. So somebody will do something, somebody will come and look at it and just come up with an evaluation. Somebody else will come, look at the same thing, come up with a different kind of evaluation. Number 2, probing. You ask questions from your own frame of reference. Someone comes to you and said, my husband slapped me. And you are asking, what did you do? Can you imagine? Is that the question? But for you to be asking a woman that has been abused, say, my husband slapped me, say, what did you do? That means that even you yourself, the frame of mind that is making you to ask that kind of question is because in your mind, you are somebody that believes that somebody must do something to be slapped. So they are about, it's just because you don't see these things if you are not reflective. Number 3, advising. You give counsel, advice, and solutions to problems. So when people come, when you hear things, you just begin to, I don't know, you shouldn't have done that. I think you should have done this. I think this is what to do. You are advising people. Then number 4 is interpreting. You analyze people's motives and behavior based on your own experience. I don't know if you have ever met people that say, no, I know what you are thinking. I know what you are thinking. How do you know? I know what went through your mind. This is what you were thinking. How do you do that? Just projecting yourself on people because you think that everybody is like you. Know, to him that is pure, all things are pure. To him that is what pure, all things are pure. Well, we're going to stop here. Next week, we'll go into habit 6 and habit 7 because I really want to see how we can finish up all this within part 1 to 5. So next month, we're going to come together first service. So next week, first Sunday, I'm going to do part 5. And then it's going to be a Thanksgiving service. And I'm so excited because we are crossing over.